Hi there, Aquarius. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for July. Life's practicalities are calling out to you in the early part of the month. It's an opportunity to get to grips with everyday organisation, health, fitness, diet, nutrition, gaining satisfaction from whatever you do, whether it's work or those everyday chores. You need to feel that there's a reason for what you do and some kind of tangible outcomes for any energy and effort that you invest. But the planet that is Neptune is going to be hugely influential this month. In a very positive way, it forges a great link with the Sun in the first week of this month, suggesting that your imagination, particularly around marshalling your resources, can be crucial. And from the 4th and the new moon, you may be able to change something in your situation by standing back and getting a spark of inspiration. But it's going to be matching this with a fair degree of perspiration, rolling up your sleeves and making any good ideas work for you. In a less positive way, I have to be honest with you, Saturn, the planet of structure, is being challenged all month by Neptune, and this is going to go on until the middle of October. When these two get together, it's a pretty tough ride. Saturn is about structure, and for you it's about friendships, it's about your principles, your values, your long-term future, the fraternity of person-kind, if you like. Neptune's in your sector of resources. Neptune can be wonderful around imagination, but it can also kid us into believing a situation when perhaps we need to be more realistic. And because Saturn itself is in an idealistic part of your situation, this could be a month when you could risk your resources on a scheme which will never really go anywhere, or invest time and energy in people or groups of people that are not going to come up to your high mark. The best way to deal with this is not to be risk averse, but perhaps to be a little bit more realistic about the way life is. If there are people that have in the past not been particularly reliable, bear that in mind in any of your human interactions. For example, if somebody does try to excite you about a long-term plan which does require some kind of investment or funding or capital input, don't march into it too boldly. Take time to really get to grips with the facts and figures. Now, Mercury is going to help you with this hugely this month. However, it is, along with the Sun, going to be connecting very closely together and could see you jump into some conclusions. That's something you should avoid at all costs. Your great talent, Aquarius, is to see the big picture. The first half of this month particularly can see you getting caught up in the detail of things, and at times getting almost distracted by very brittle exchanges. Keep stepping back and checking out your motives and those of other people. Between the 5th and the 11th, unfortunately, there could be some politics doing the rounds. Somebody may not be as upfront and straightforward and fair as you like to feel you can be, and they won't have any misgivings at all about using the dark arts in order to assert their opinion and do you down. So particularly at work, watch out for someone you've never really trusted, who you don't really know where you stand with them, because there could be a situation where they can be utterly charming but glazing over what their true motives are. So keep your guard up very, very carefully. However, you can of course be one of the most friendly and popular members of the zodiac, and from the 12th, when Venus moves into your sector of relating, it triggers a 28-day period, which is a wonderful phase each year for you. It's followed by Mercury on the 14th. The combination of these two is asking you to delve into that part of you that does really like cooperation. You're a great one for understanding that you can be yourself but still get on with others. Other zodiac signs can learn a lot from you in that way. But sometimes perhaps you also have a little bit of a thing that you're so cooperative or so friendly that when opportunities come to connect more personally, like in a romantic context, you can be a bit fearful about that. but there is a real chance in the second half of this month that your love life can revive in quite a sparkling way. So do be very open to the possibilities. In week 3, Venus and Mercury are also going to be forging a fab link to your ruler, Saturn. So it's possible that if you make the right connections during that time, it could be a tie or ties which last for a very long time. And I think most Aquarius people have a real appreciation of durability because you're a fixed sign and love the security that long-term friendships and relationships bring to you. However, there is quite a rocky, potentially, full moon at the end of week 3, and this suggests that you just need to be conscious that when it comes to your professional instincts, it could be part of you that almost is over defensive or over assertive. If you do feel a little bit threatened or undermined by what anyone else is doing, try to stay very cool, because by the 23rd the sun moves into Leo too, and this is going to bring out the arch communicator in you, the arch negotiator, the diplomatic side of your nature, which Neptune helped you to develop in its passage through your sign up until when it moved into Pisces. Well, that's still hanging around, so you have a chance to really create some very, very positive interactions with others. You realise more than any other sign that it's not all about getting your own way. So your ability to listen well, to make people laugh, to engage with lots of different people who are very different to you without judgment is really going to be blessed in the second half of this month, but particularly in the last 10 days. Once the sun itself forges a great link with Saturn in the last 3 or 4 days, once more your ability to see the long term and pick the right partnerships could be quite crucial. It could be a business deal, it could be a romantic situation, it could be a new friendship, but something very valuable is going to be entering your life this month. And you may also find out that other people that you once stood shoulder to shoulder with have become so disappointed, you may feel that there's no option but to move on and start afresh. And when Mercury moves on the last day of the month, I think that can bring out an example of that. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.